All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap. So coming into today, I ended up taking, this is one of my biggest trade, 1 to 13R, craziest trade ever. But yeah, so let's just go over the consequences for this trade. So coming into the day, I wanted to be bullish. Again, we're sitting in this 4-hour range, pretty clean. So again, we have range, equilibrium, higher time frame PDRA. Now all we need is a sweep and a high time frame inversion. So we got this sweep, put it in the SMT again, and again, what do? Break it down to a lower time frame again. We look at the highest time frame between what is holding me back from going up to these intermediate term high and these equal highs and London highs. What is holding us? And it was this 15-minute gap, right? We had these two 15-minute gaps. I also looked at 8:30 because we had 8:30 news. So as you can see, 8:30 opened lower and put in the sweep of sell side with the SMT. So that means that 9:30 should expand higher. So again, I also went on the 5-minute. What did we have? A 5-minute bullish breaker. Low, high, lower, low, higher, high. Close above. That is your bullish breaker. So what do we have? We have a clean draw on liquidity, right? We have equal highs, low resistance liquidity, London session high. Again, we have a clean draw on liquidity. We have our conditions. And now what else do we have? Again, a 5-minute bullish breaker. Again, on the higher time frame, we had a range, equilibrium, higher time frame PD rate, sweep, SMT. Again, what do we want on the lower time frame? After everything aligns on the higher time frame, same thing. We have breaker. What do we have? A range right here. We have a higher time frame PD rate. And again, we want a sweep of liquidity. In this occasion, I know the range doesn't get met, but the reason being, again, if you grab this entire on ES, it meets it on ES, right? We go to equilibrium ES. Again, I don't look at ES all the time for equilibrium, but again, in this occasion, I don't even need equilibrium. Like, this just looks so clean. So the 1 minute, again, we came into the 5-minute. We swept sell side liquidity. 1 minute inverse. I put my stop at the low. I know it's before 9:30, so I lowered my risk. And then I went break even at the internal. 9:30 opened. We went higher. We put in the SMT at these lows. So if you grab this low from 9:30, as you can see, 9:30 open lower, and we put in an SMT with this low. And then we went higher, and then we came back down on ES and put in another SMT. So price was just so bullish on NQ. Again, and at first I ended up partialing 3 of my cons right here because it was a 1 to 3R, and I was like, damn, like, let me at least secure a winning day, and I'll leave my actual TPs. So then we had the hourly intermediate term high. It's a high inside of an hourly. That was my first partial. I took off 3 cons there. So then I took off 3 cons there. And then on the equal highs, I took off 4 cons. So I took off 7, 8, 9, and then wait, what? I took off 3, that's 6, and then 4. Yeah, I took off 10 here, basically, in total. And then I left my 1 runner all the way to London session high, and it just got hit. Again, very good day. Again, I was looking to add here, but price never inversed for me. I was going to add another 3 cons on this trade and then leave the rest for runners to London session high. But again, it didn't end up happening, unfortunately, and that's fine. Again, overall, very great day. Like, this is my biggest trading day ever. And again, it goes to show that all the hard work that all these traders, like all these profitable traders that are out there, and they literally show you like their P&L, and they like, oh, like I made this day, I made this and this day. Like, that is real, but you have to put in that work. Like, you have to put in the work, stay consistent, stay process focused, follow your rules, stay with context, and most importantly, trust God, bro. Like, surrender to the uncertainty, surrender to God, and it will happen, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, I would never imagine that I would be able to do this. Well, I did imagine that I could do this, but I didn't think the feeling would feel like this good, and it feels really, really good to know this. And I can feel what these traders talk about, like when you finally know what you're doing and you just submit to that and you don't negotiate with yourself, that is when life will start changing, and that is so true. Again, I will always say this, stay process focused, follow context, and just trust. Don't try to rush it. Again, guys, like Monday, I learned something. On Monday, I didn't take low-hanging fruit. I could have made it 200. Yesterday, I was off for the day, and as I was reviewing, I took a trade, but I had bad stop loss placement. I lost 300, right? And these things could easily get to your head, and they were getting to my head at one point. But the reason why I didn't let it affect me as much was because I told myself I'm not supposed to judge myself. I'm supposed to observe. That is my job here. I'm supposed to observe the market, learn from my mistakes, and improve. I'm not supposed to judge myself and be so hard on myself. Oh, like you were an idiot. You should. Why wouldn't you put your stop? Blah 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 blah. If I were to judge myself that hard, it probably would mess me up today, and I probably would not be able to do what I did today. But I told myself, you know what? There's no point in judging yourself. Just stay process focused. You know you can. You know what you can do. Trust yourself and let it happen. And coming into today, I told myself that, and there you go. Coming into the day, I had my biggest trading day ever. What a way to start off. Again, and yesterday, I started July off with an L, but it doesn't matter because I'm always playing the long game, right? And there you go. What a great way to start off the month. And again, all glory goes to God. I hope you guys enjoyed this trade recap. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's trade recap. Peace.